that sounded rather jazzy and laid back. Welcome everyone to Keyboard Skills Pro, and today we've had a few requests to follow on from a video we did a little while ago, which was harmonizing a scale using the chords that go with that key. And in major keys, there's 3 majors, 3 minors, and a diminished chord. And those are the standard default chords of a key. But what would happen if we wanted to make the same scale a bit more colourful? Something like that, make it sound a bit more jazzy, a little bit more interesting. And so I thought, well, okay, let's you know, what the public wants, the public gets. So we're going to take a look today at using some more advanced chord voicings and styles of chords to make this C scale sound a little bit more interesting. So let's just have a quick refresher about what chords we have available to us out of the box. And this is like everything. You buy something, you take it out of the box, it's kind of set up as standard, but you want to, you know, then make it a bit more interesting. And so you style it and adjust it. So here are the basic chords. We've got C major, we'll do it in C. We've got C major chord, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and then of course C at the end. Okay, so those are your basic chords, okay. Now what we can then do, we can then draw on a huge library of different chord flavourings. We've got major 6s, we've got major 7ths, we've got major 7ths with 9ths, dominant 7ths, we've got diminished 7ths, we've got augmented 7ths, we've got minor 7 flat 5s, there's loads of these things, and again there's videos on my channel all about, you know, how these chords are built and how they work. So, you know, do check that out, and of course hit the old subscribe button, please. Thank you so much in advance. So let's explore some ideas now. Now we're going to play the chords in this video using our right hand, okay, and we're going to follow the bass up with a single left hand note. Okay, so if we're playing a fancy C chord, say down here, we want to add a bass note of C down here. Now the thing is, you see, when you're playing chords up here, they don't sound quite as rich and colourful as if we play them a bit lower down. So we're going to be playing mostly down in the middle C area and underneath. So we'll be using inversions also in this video. And again, if you don't know what an inversion is, again, check out the video on my channel here about rootless chords, and that will explain what those are. So let's take a C chord, and we'll put the C on the bottom, we'll put the C here, we're going to put the C at the top, the G in the E. So that's a C in first inversion. So there we go. Now that instantly sounds a lot better than this. And you're probably thinking, hang on, it's exactly the same. Yes, it does. But what we've now got the opportunity of doing is, instead of thinking of as a root C chord with a C note, we're going to think of it as a C chord in first inversion. And we've got the same 3 notes, look, C, E and G, but it's now being played by our right hand. So we think of it as one of the alternative C chords. It's the C first inversion. Here's the C bass note, look. But then, of course, I've got these guys here. Hello, hello. Oh dear. We can add a note to it. So I'm going to put the A in with my C chord. Hey, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Straight off the bat there. That is a C chord, but with the 6ths of the scale added. So it's C major 6 chord, you see. Put the pedal down, and it'll sing away quite happily, because your fingers are now got to move to the next chord. So we'll start with that one, C6, and then let's just for fun, let's just move everything up together. Ooh, hello, that I like. Not a lot. Ooh, that is fruity. Yes, that is good. So what's going on there? So you know, that could have been a mistake. You know, we could have just thought, hey, I'll just move everything up. I don't know what's going to happen. But why does it work? Well, there's a B note in the middle. It's sitting next to A, so there's a little clash going on, but it's surrounded by this rather nice 6th interval. Yeah, that's jazz. And then we've got the D down here, look. So what have we got there? Well, we've got a D minor chord with a B added. Okay, now the B is 6 above the D. So that's a B, a D, I don't know my alphabet, it's a D minor chord, but with a 6 added, so it's D minor 6. Because if we were on C major 6, the next one up is D minor 6. Now it hasn't got to be D minor 6, I could change the B out for a C, and that would be, look, the 7th, 7 above D, so that I could do this chord, look. Notice how, look, I've got the scale note at the top and at the bottom in the bass. So all the harmonic colouring is happening in the middle. So we've got C6 going to D minor 6, or I could go C6 to D minor 7. Which one do you like? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, guys. So C6, C major 6, or C6 as we call it, let's go D minor 7. Okay. Let's keep the pattern going, but let's now go... Now you see, the thing there is, though, it sounds all the same. It's going back to, in our basic video, they're all root basic chords. It's too samey. It's like you've had potato soup, and then you've had, you know, jacket potato with French fries, and then some sort of potato-based dessert. Oh dear, that sounds a bit interesting. So we want to change these up a little bit. So we'll go C6. Notice, look again, just to recap, all the chord notes are on my right hand, just the left hand is playing a bass. So C6, let's go D minor 7. Now, this next chord, let's go for E minor 7. So that's the D, look. Okay. And then the next one could be F6. But I could just put in a plain F chord, look. As a bit of a relief from those snazzier 6th and 7th chords. So that's just a few options. I mean, I could have started with a C major 7. Look, I could have done this chord. So then I've got C major 7 with a lovely dissonance here. Okay. I could have done C dominant 7th. Very strong sounding chord up from the flattened 7th there, or the lowered 7th. So C6 maybe, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major. Okay, following up, maybe G7, A minor, 7 there, look, B diminished 7th. Okay, so we want now to sort of start to colour things a little bit, because I did at the beginning, I did this, didn't I? Did different things coming up and down. So what am I doing there? Well, I'm mixing the chords up now, because what you have to understand with chords is that chords don't have to be labelled as one thing. You can label a major 6 chord the same as a minor 7th. They're actually the same notes. And there's a video on my channel called C6 or A minor 7, what's the difference? And there isn't any difference, but there is a difference, so that's worth watching. So let's take, what should we go for? Let's go for C6 at the beginning. And then I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to go for... Now if those of you know chords, you're probably looking at the screen going, well, hang on a minute, that's F diminished 7th. Okay, diminished, diminished, diminished. But it's also one of 4 diminished chords. Because if you start with each note as the bottom one, you can label them differently. So it could be F diminished 7th, or it could be A flat diminished 7th, or it could be B diminished 7th, or it could be D diminished 7th, depending which of the notes is at the bottom. It's the same 4 keys, but we put them in a different order, and each time the lowest note changes. So that could be labelled an inversion of D diminished 7th, but it could also be described as F diminished 7th on a D bass. So there's different ways of looking at it. C6, D diminished 7th we'll call it. Let's now do C major 7 on an E bass. Oh, that's nice, look. Or maybe C7. So, or I could go, or I could go C6, D diminished 7th, C6 on an E. Or I could go, I could do that chord, look, that's C7 with a 9. So what are we doing there? Well, we've got C chord, look. Okay, so we've got C major, 7, that's the dominant 7, and then above the C is the 9th note, that's the D, look, but we're all got, it's on an E bass. That's also G minor 6, G minor 6 on an E, see, so it could be C7, 9 on an E, or G minus 6 on an E, so there's different ways of labelling chords. But you can see there's lots of opportunities there for harmonising. So let's just walk the whole thing through now. So let's do C6, D diminished 7th, let's do C major 7 on the E. Now why does it have to be F major? It could be F minor. Ooh, that's the minor 4, guys. What if I put the 6 in next? I've got F minor 6 now, look. Okay, that's pretty, so really nice. I'm doing octaves on my left hand just incidentally now, just slightly off camera here, but at least you can see the top note. There you go, diminished 7th, C major 7 on E, F minor 6. Now why does it have to be a G chord? Why don't I do a C chord and put the G on the bass? Because I've got the G's, so we know we're on the 5th of the scale, the dominant, but I could put this in. Look at that, look. C, major 7, 9, there's the 10th or the 3rd. Bit full maybe, so we drop out the C maybe. Put maybe the D. So yeah, so da, 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 minor 6, C major 7, 9 on a G bass. Then we've got A minor. Now, what can we do with A minor? Could do that, could do nice diminished chord there, look. It's A diminished, look. Bit of inversion. Could do I could do F6 there. At the end I've got B diminished. Could do G7, look, on a B. And then C major 7 at the end maybe. So you can see there's loads of opportunities there. Now what I've done is I've popped a couple of examples of that written down in Score, and you can then download that as a bonus PDF if you'd like to support my channel on patreon.com/keyboard skills pros. Lots of wonderful musical friends, several of whom I've never met, no idea who they are, but they are wonderful because they support my channel with a monthly pledge. But that gives them access to lots of extra things. Now you have to sign up to silver level to get the bonus PDF content. But there's loads of videos on there, so check out that, patreon.com/keyboard skills pro. And thank you just so much for watching. I appreciate everybody, whether you support the channel or not on Patreon. You can become a member of the channel, and just if you click like and subscribe, that is a huge thing to me. But thank you so much for being here today. So have a go at that. Try exploring different chords and harmonise the scale of C. Makes it sound a little bit more interesting. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.